sit back and relax. And now, without further ado, here's Johnny.
And March, welcome
Heck
to
yeah!
the Moon Show family. Hey guys, thank you for joining us right here on FM 100.1. And we are in the beginning of a new month. March is here. And, people in January and February, they start thinking, oh, gloom and doom, and they just go drag on. Guess what? March is here, and spring feels good out there. I know it's not spring officially, but it sure does feel like it. And thank you so much for joining us and streaming us literally everywhere across this nation and across the world even. And yes, we have listeners in Ireland, Germany, England, Canada, Dominican Republic, and everywhere else. It's crazy. And we love it. We love it. But before we forget it, you know what I'm excited about?
What?
Daylight savings time happens on Sunday.
Oh, that's
Sunday.
terrific. We need a round of applause for that. I love that. Yes,
Is
I
here.
love it.
Now, this is where I get into a debate. Everybody says, well, you're going to lose an hour of time on Sunday. No, you don't. You don't really lose any time, do you? Now, I'm going to lose an hour of sleep. Now, is that so?
So you spring forward.
Spring forward. So if you wake up at 6, you're really going to wake up at 7?
Yeah.
Does that lose an hour of time?
Hmm.
Somebody's going to have to correct me because you're going to get it.
What do you think, Lee? What's your opinion?
On the other end of the day, don't
Yeah,
you
what do
get
you
it
think?
back?
You get it back at the end of the day. More
like
sunlight.
I love it.
I
Yes,
like
I
your
love
idea.
that. I
But
love that.
anyway, don't forget to take your clocks and spring forward on
Spring!
Sunday. I saw that this morning. I said, oh, it's so exciting. And the flowers are blooming and trees are budding. And man, it just feels good. And we feel good right here in the Noon Show studio. We're going to have a great day. And Miss Lisa, we have got a busy week and excited about it. And,
oh my gosh.
So let's first talk about something we've been working on for quite a while. And it happens tomorrow.
That's right.
And folks, we want you to be with us tomorrow for a live 2-hour remote broadcast from North Pole. And we have got with us Mayor Walt Maddox, Tuscaloosa, Mayor Dale Phillips, and Tuscaloosa County Commission Chair and Probate Judge Rob Robertson, all in the room at the same time talking current relevant issues. And this is going to be fun.
It is fun. I just realized I was introducing him incorrectly. I was rehearsing the intro for tomorrow. And I'm so sorry I left out the commission chairman part, but I'm going to fix that before tomorrow officially. But I wanted to tell everybody, I was telling Dr. Lee Terry about this. I've got all my swag on from last Friday. And shout out to Dr. Patrick LeClaire and Dr. Thajesh Bandy. And this is a Department of Physics and Astronomy at the University of Alabama. We were visiting the Precision Time Lab, or some people call it the Quantime Lab, which is, they're both cool. So I was telling my mother about this before too. And I said, Mom, I said 3 different times during that tour, well, I gave away my last lapel pin when I was traveling. And finally they ended up giving us swag. And normally she would say, well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. But I was just happy as a clam. And what a great tour. They took a lot of time with us, the graduate students, all jokes aside. It was an amazing tour. We got to see some really, really cutting edge technology. I knew we were going to see atomic clocks. What I didn't quite expect, I knew that they were working on the optical clocks. We saw optical clocks, and the graduate students, and they got a postdoc too. They all each individually presented their research to us. What an amazing, amazing afternoon. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we saw the world's smallest atomic clock too. It was just a little bitty tiny thing. But back to the forum tomorrow. Do want to remind everybody that the public forum begins at 12 noon right here on FM 100.1. You can stream us by downloading the Catfish 100.1 app. You can download us on going to the noonshow.com, hit listen now, and then Facebook Live. So you'll be able to find us several. Tomorrow, March 3rd, 12 noon, right here on FM 100.1. And we're proud to say it's presented by our sponsor, Mesero.
Isn't that incredible?
And, they are a great organization, new headquartered in town. So we're looking forward to talking more about them. So tune in tomorrow. That's a biggie for us, and I hope you're going to enjoy yourself. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. So on Friday of last week, we had Samira Snoddy in the studio with us. We were talking about Black History Month, but she chairs this organization, right? So this is a WAMA Fest. It's West Alabama Multicultural Alliance. I'm sorry, I didn't have the A part. Anyway, WAMA Fest for short, much easier to say. So what it amounts to is a Tuscaloosa Heritage Festival, and it's 250 years of America. It's America's 250th birthday. So they've got, this is what's the date? Oh yeah, April 12th from 2 to 4. It's at the Tuscaloosa River Market. All you have to do is show up. You don't have to buy a ticket. They've got food. There's going to be all different kinds of, so they've got an art contest. They've got food. They've got all kinds of multicultural events to honor all the different cultures in our country. I mean, we are the great American melting pot after all. So I'm excited about this. And I see on the caption, it says many stories, one America. Can you speak a little bit to that, Johnny?
Yeah, it's not only many stories, one America, it's one community, because Tuscaloosa is a melting pot itself. So during the festival, you'll be able to experience the culture, the experiences, dance, food from Japan, Germany, Ghana, Native America, Hispanic culture, African American culture. All the different cultures that make up our community will be there in one room at the same time.
German too. Yeah, I remember that one.
German.
There's so many. There are a lot of them.
And the food is fabulous, by the way. You can get a taste of all the various foods from all the different countries that make up our community. I think even Ukraine is going to be there.
That's what I was thinking. There's some
so
different.
It is a wonderful afternoon. It's a Sunday afternoon, 2 to 4. It's just really a lovely, lovely event. And the West Alabama Multicultural Alliance does such good work in our community. So you want to show up and take part in this.
Yeah, for sure. And I cannot believe how quickly this has come up. So there's a fundraiser to benefit West Alabama Walk to End Alzheimer's. And it's March the 4th. That has felt like so far away for so long, but that's what, Wednesday? I think that's right. So what you're going to want to do is go to the venue that's at 6052 Watermelon Road for $25. They've got open plate. It's what it is. You're going to play Mahjong. I don't know how to play Mahjong, Lee. Have you ever played Mahjong before?
I have.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about playing Mahjong. I'm a total newbie, but here's the good news. They have all levels and they offer lessons. So just a little brief overview of Mahjong.
So you have tiles and you create your wall and you have a card that you're looking at and you try to figure out a line on the card that your tiles could match. And then you line them all up and you mahjong. It's a lot harder than that. So I'm glad they'll have pictures.
I'm sure there's all kinds of strategy.
Oh, yes.
And have you seen that movie Crazy Rich Asians?
Yes.
Well, that game appears in that movie, and there's a college professor plays the game. So that tells me right away, kind of a little bit of a tip off. It must be a really cerebral kind of strategy game. Would you say that?
Definitely.
Because I know nothing. I know nothing about it. I mean, nothing. But the good news is all we got to do is pay $25. It's open play. Again, they have lessons. Oh, and I didn't tell you this, door prizes too.
Ooh.
And this is going to be, again, at the venue. So if you have questions, email Sonia at SONJABILLGRIFF. That's F as in Frank, ITH1 at gmail.com.
And raising money for a great, great cause. The West Alabama's Walk to End Alzheimer's.
Yes, that's right.
It's a really important cause. And I'd pay $25 to learn how to play mahjong. I think I'll do that.
I would.
That's a great idea.
Well, I mean, it sounds like I would be stretching my brain a little bit and learning something new. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sorry, Johnny. Maybe creating new neural pathways. But I found something else. Actually, I just found this morning. So there's another fundraising event. It's called Empty Bowls Fundraiser for Table of Grace. That's going to be on Wednesday, March the 25th from 11 to 1 o'clock. So it says public event by Table of Grace Pantry. So here's what to expect. It's going to be the 18th annual Empty Bowls event, which raises hunger awareness and funds for the Table of Grace Food Pantry. And it's going to be held again Wednesday, March the 25th from 1 o'clock. Okay, it's going to be at Grace Presbyterian Church Fellowship Hall, and that is located at 113 Hargrove Road, Tuscaloosa. Attendees are asked to make a $25 donation at the door to partake of a simple meal of soup, bread, and water while enjoying live entertainment and taking home a handcrafted bowl. Oh, that is cool. Made by local artisans and University of Alabama ceramic students. Isn't that neat? For an additional $5, attendees can have their meal and bowl package to go. Entertainment is being provided by local musicians, Jill Chambliss and Dan Vogt, I guess, of the traditional Irish, English, Scottish trio, the Vulcan Egypts. We're going to go with it. Okay, so payment for empty bowls can be made at the door by cash, check, or through PayPal. So you don't have to make it a plan in advance, just decide on a whim, I'm going. Tickets also will be sold at the event for a prize drawing.
Might also want to mention Table of Grace is one of the recipients of proceeds from this year's West Alabama Wine and Food Festival.
Also, right, that's coming up.
Humane Society. Tickets are on sale. Right now, you can go to westalabamawineandfood.com, get your tickets. The other thing, and I just saw this a little bit ago, Reading Allies, which is one of our favorite groups.
Oh, yeah, thanks for bringing that up. That's
They
right.
are looking for volunteers, folks. There's a lot of activity going on this time of the year in literacy. This is through the Tuscaloosa Education Foundation. Reading Allies is looking for volunteers, and they have many, many students to serve. So go to readingallies.com or go to TuscaloosaEducationFoundation.org for more details and how to sign up and volunteer to help a young person become even more literate and gain self-esteem at the same time. It's a great program.
I would agree. That is one of my top favorite local initiatives. We are up against a break, guys. I just want to let you know, if you care about what's in your water, you're going to want to know, you're going to hear what's next. So quick commercial break, and then we're going to dive into the future of drinking water. You've been listening to The Noon Show on FM 100.1. Don't go away. We will be right back.
I'm a good person. I pay my taxes, and then
Okay, protein shake. I drink the whole thing. I'm not at once.
So fun. I love it.
Thank you.
It's just a dime.
It's a crime to pay more.
What do you want to come back with? Which
That's right.
Oh, yes. We can move it
Down.
And see, we're overstocked with new 2025s. They all
I've got Mezzaro right here. And, oh, any particular question you'd like to start with?
You right.
Maybe number one. The story, like you were running track and like, where was it? Guatemala.
Yes.
And you realize that not everybody has access
Yes.
like we do to clean drink, and that was your inspiration
Yes.
for starting research.
Right.
I want to hear a great, like a little summary of your story, because
If you find yourself in a wreck, keep
That's incredible.
I ran track and cross country at UA,
Okay.
and it was over the
Oh,
summer,
okay.
and we were there for Athletes in Action.
Super.
So we were training with their National
Athletes in
American
Action. Tell us what that's. Well, we'll probably get you to explain that.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes. You're familiar with that? So Athletes in Action is a similar organization, but at the collegiate
Heard
level.
of them, but not as much as FCA, but I didn't have heard of them.
So
I'm
So
excited
you were
to
on
hear your
the
story.
team the whole time you were in school?
I was. I
Ooh,
was.
Sometimes it's just a singular moment, and it just
Superstar.
changes the trajectory of your entire life,
It
right?
does. Yes. And it's fun to have those because you see it and then you see that point and then
Like, holy cow! What if where would I be now if I hadn't done it, right?
because I came back and changed. I was mechanical engineering for 2 years, and that's what I was doing, mechanical engineering. Figured out this existed, water quality, and then came back
businesses.
Alabama didn't have environmental engineering at the time, so I switched to civil, which is the closest, and now we have it. And then I moved to the University of Colorado Boulder to get my master's and PhD in
And
environmental.
then you come
You
back
came
here
back,
where
did you?
water is the center of the universe,
Yes.
right here in
There was
Tuscaloosa.
Amazon.
isn't it?
Oh, yeah, Watertown,
Hey.
USA.
It is.
Lee, the last time I ordered a water filter for my refrigerator, I asked Chat to help me figure out one to help reduce PFAS. It many lectures me on you cannot completely remove. and I specifically only ordered one because I'm like, if this lasts 6 months, in 6 months it's gonna be something better.
Yes, that's true.
You know, it will be convenient to have
Yes.
another one, you know. But did we offer you anything to drink?
I'm okay. I'm
Would you
okay.
like some
Would
water?
you like some
I'm
water?
okay. Thank you.
I should have brought some. There's some downstairs.
No worries. I have some in my car, but I'll be fine.
We've got some downstairs. Got a
Thanks
big
for
old case
listening
of
to
it.
the Noon Show with Lisa Jones and Johnny Aycock.
Never
on
get my
Catfish
eyeglasses.
100.1
I never wore glasses until I was
Catfish
probably
Tuscaloosa app.
45 years
Call us
old. And
live at 205.
I don't like it. I still don't identify as glasses wearer, even though I wear
Or
them.
message us now on the Catfish Tuscaloosa app. Here's Lisa and Johnny.
Welcome back to the Noon Show right here on FM 100.1. Thank you so much for joining us. I love what you just said. Tuscaloosa is Watertown, USA.
Did I have my headphones? I guess I did.
Think
I didn't
about
hear
that.
that. Watertown,
You
USA.
know, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. But it's so true. We are the center, truly the center of anything to do with water research right here at the University of Alabama.
That's right.
That's credited to Dr. Steve Burian.
Yeah, I mean,
Watertown,
Ooh,
USA.
shout out. We need to
Watertown,
know more
USA.
about him too.
we're going to steal that tag and use it.
Great.
Yes, we
please
are.
do.
And,
Oh,
you know, it's just an exciting time, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is, Johnny. So the Noon Show's public forum that we're doing tomorrow is proudly presented by Mesero.
Yes, and Mesero, founded in 1937, is an independent, employee-owned financial services firm with office around the world and now right here in Tuscaloosa.
With a personal and highly customized approach, Mesero serves clients across private capital and currency
And capital markets and investment banking.
and advisory services, delivering thoughtful strategies and long-term solutions.
At Mesero, they invest in what matters, their clients, their communities, and their culture.
It's a commitment to excellence and integrity that aligns perfectly with the spirit of the Noon Show's public forum.
So for more information or to schedule a consultation, contact our good friend Lee Garrison at lee.garrison@mesero.com.
Investment banking services offered through Mesero Financial Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. So, in case you are just now joining us, we are joined in the Noon Show studio by Dr. Lee Terry. She is an associate professor and associate director for the Center of Water Quality Research at the Stisslinger College of Engineering at the University of Alabama. Welcome to the Noon Show studio, Lee.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I want to let you know we are so honored that you are here. So you're an associate professor in civil construction and environmental engineering at the University of Alabama and associate director, as we just said, of the Center for Water Quality Research. Dr. Terry is also a nationally recognized water quality researcher whose work focuses on drinking water treatment, PFAS. We've talked about this before on the show. They're often called the forever chemicals. And we talk about microplastics, that kind of thing, biological filtration, disinfection byproducts, and emerging contaminants like pharmaceuticals and water sources. That's a horrifying thought. Her lab is advancing cutting-edge detection technology here in Alabama to better understand and address, I'm going to say, forever chemicals in drinking water. She is also deeply committed to STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, education, and mentoring women and underrepresented students in engineering. I'm absolutely over the moon that you are here, and shout out to I almost said doctor, to David Self, a mutual friend of ours, for recommending you for the show. I want to dive right in though. I'm just going to go for it. So here's my first question for you today. I'm so stoked about the story. What inspired you to focus your career on water quality research, and how did that moment in Guatemala change the course of your life?
Great, I would love to tell you. So I came to the university and I was studying mechanical engineering. I was doing that freshman year, sophomore year, and then after my sophomore year, I went to Guatemala City through Athletes in Action. Athletes in Action is equivalent to FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, but at the collegiate level, because I was running cross country and track here on campus. And I was in Guatemala City. We had to do our long run that day. We had to do 14 miles around the track. Our coach did not want us to venture into the city due to safety reasons, so we stayed around the track, and we were one of the last ones to finish. And all of the other athletes that had shorter practices, the sprinters, the jumpers, drank all the water. I said, "It's okay, coach. We can go."
Dang, man, dang. Okay.
I was like, "It's okay. We can go to the spigot and drink out of the spigot." And he said, "No, Lee, you'll get sick." And that was the first time I realized that not everyone had clean water coming out of the tap. And in that moment, my desiccated cells, I just knew. I wanted to make sure, I wanted to research clean water and figure out how we get clean water, where it comes from, and then what we need to do if it's not clean to make it clean. So I came back to the university and I realized mechanical engineering was great, but wasn't going to get me what I needed, and I needed environmental engineering. At that time, UA did not offer that as a major, so I did civil engineering, and then I moved to the University of Colorado Boulder and did my master's and PhD in environmental engineering.
Okay. And if you're interested in reading more about this story, she has an article on her website called Spigots to
Solutions.
Solutions. It's an incredible story if you'd like to learn more. So I guess we'll just go ahead and jump to the second question. So PFAS, right, is poly and perfluoroalkyl substances, or no, we're just going to call them forever chemicals, right? Okay, they sound scary, but most people don't really understand what they are. So Lee, what should everyday listeners know about them, and why do they matter? Why should we even care about this, right? We can't see them, right? How could they hurt us?
So they're human made. They're made in the 1940s, actually by accident, but they have fluorine attached to a carbon, and
that's what makes them, the fluorine part makes them so strong, right?
It makes them so strong. That bond, it takes the energy of lightning.
Was it sort of the removal of hydrogen or maybe and replaced with fluorine? Is that right?
That's right. They removed the hydrogen and replaced it with fluorine. Scientists did, and that bond, it takes energy of lightning to break it. So that CF bond, as well as the molecule, has a water-loving head and a water-resistant tail. So that molecule can be in water, it can be in oil, but it can find ways to position itself to be in solution because of the molecule has a water.
You're giving us brand new information.
And a water-resistant tail.
You said it takes the power of a lightning strike to break?
Yes, that energy.
And how large are these forever chemicals? And they're tiny.
They're tiny. And the regulations are at parts per trillion level, which is the equivalent of a couple of drops in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. So very low concentrations.
Okay, but why should we care about them? How do they affect us?
They are there's many of them, but there's several that are potentially carcinogenic or proven to be carcinogenic to humans over long exposure periods.
Yeah, and in previous shows, we've talked about this. And one of the things we found out about that in your cooking utensils.
Yes, Teflon coating.
Teflon coating. So I went out and threw mine away.
Did you also rip up all your carpet in your house?
Oh, no. She's opening a new can of worms with us today.
I'm headed that way because I won't put down hardwood.
Oh, excellent.
So, but it's more prevalent than we realize.
Yes.
And you do have to be aware of it because you're picking it up from so many different, even the inside of a plastic drinking cup.
Yes, and fast food wrappers, anything that is water resistant will have that molecule in there because it's good at its job.
Yeah.
And our chemical industry, we test the molecules, and if they're good, we put them on the market. And then we find out later, they're harmful to humans, so we pull them off. So if we could reverse that, that would be ideal. Test the chemical, make sure it's not toxic to humans, and then use it in the industry.
So
that sounds like a good idea.
So when folks are listening to us, this is water related. It's the water related issue.
Yes.
Very much so.
Very much.
So that's what you research?
Yes, I look at how to destroy the PFAS molecule and how to destroy and remove it from water so that
Okay.
when it gets to your tap, there is PFAS free.
Wow. Do you work with the local water folks?
I do.
Yeah.
Tuscaloosa water treatment plants, Birmingham water treatment
Yeah.
plants, Atlanta, all in the southeast region.
I just find it fascinating. And to Lisa's point, it just takes one moment to kind of change things. And,
Sure does.
and you go to Colorado, get your upper degrees, and you come back to Tuscaloosa, and now we're the center of water research in the nation. How wonderful is that?
It is.
Yes.
It's great.
So this kind of research could make Tuscaloosa the leader in the cleanest water in the world, right?
Right. Yes. And there's also a lot of research on how much water you have and where it is and where it's going. So
Okay.
I do the water quality. There's also a lot of water quantity
Right.
research happening here as well.
Yeah,
Floods, droughts.
Nate Jones.
Yes.
we're,
yes.
we're learning that. But this is. I've got a couple of. You mentioned something. I'm gonna come back to this one. You mentioned marketplace. That got my attention. So
He's the economic
I'm
development
gonna
guy,
come
just
back-
so you know.
I'm gonna come back to that one in just a second.
Great.
Okay, I wanted Johnny to know that your lab recently installed new technology that's the first of its kind in Alabama to detect these forever chemicals. And we're going to talk about that when we come back from break. Okay, sounds like a plan. I hope so, but we are up against the break. So, Dr. Terry just gave us something to think about every time we turn on the tap. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll talk about solutions and what's happening right here in Alabama. And you've been listening to the Noon Show on FM 100.1. Don't go away. We'll be here right back. So I don't know if you know, but he was the CEO of the Chamber of Commerce for 28 years. So his mindset is economic development.
Okay.
So every conversation comes around to economic
But I'm
development.
relating. I've been a long time Rotarian. I've raised a ton of money for the Rotary Foundation.
Oh, right, Rotary.
Rotary is the #1 builder of clean water wells in the world.
Oh, wow.
We build more water wells than anybody in the world, mostly in Africa, some in South America. But
Oh, that's
we
great.
build more water wells than anybody.
Did you know that there's a place called Filter of Hope here in Tuscaloosa?
Yes.
There it is.
There's that. Yeah, our church goes to Dominican Republic every summer.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, what is the name of that? What is her name? She asked us to judge that river something.
Teresa Wellman.
Teresa Wellman. It's some kind of water challenge. It's like an entrepreneurial.
Actually, it's not. It's
Is
a
it
whole
not?
range of entrepreneurial. It's like we went to the other day where they come up with an idea and build.
So it doesn't have to be that one
No,
topic.
it just happens to be
Okay,
the name
never
of it
mind.
is River.
Because I was gonna.
I asked the same thing.
I'm glad you asked because I thought it was maybe on that one.
They call it the river competition.
Wonder why.
It's
they're on-
tied to here because we're on the river. They call it the river
Oh, I was just
competition.
gonna ask for some advice.
And there's a river going through Selma. So that's.
That makes sense. I don't think I've ever been to Selma. Have you ever been to Selma?
Yeah.
I've never been.
Sure, everybody did. Go to Selma one time.
Well, I guess I'm going to Selma. Oh, what commercial are we coming back with?
Just pick whatever you got.
Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization.
Except we have to-
may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Maybe we could do this. Stretch out between microphone 2 and 3.
There we go.
Ulcerative
I've got to get another copy of this.
Is that's not the right?
No, that's been.
So,
Welcome back to
I really want to know about that brand new technology. She's a soldier in the fight, man.
Yes.
She wants to destroy. Okay, put on my headphones.
You can call us anytime.
Ooh.
Live at 205-723-0731 or message us on the Catfish Tuscaloosa app. Now, here's Lee.
Welcome back to the Noon Show
Yeah,
family.
welcome back.
Thank you for so much for being part of the family, and we love you guys. Thank you for being so supportive, and we appreciate you very much. This is a really fun conversation
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
because we are the center of water in the universe right here in
Implied
Tuscaloosa.
hair flip, right?
And
Yeah.
I've got enough to flip. I just don't think
You can do an implied one. Judge's ruling says that's legal. It's allowed.
it doesn't
Right.
look really cool, but I've got to admit. it was
Well,
really
you
strange.
leave that to me then.
Okay,
Leave it
I'm
to
gonna
me.
let
I
you.
can handle that part.
I'll just kind of
But you know what I was thinking about earlier?
no
Johnny,
telling, no
Johnny.
telling.
You know how we keep saying Ken DeWitt helps companies get traction, but I'm wondering, how does that actually happen?
Oh, yeah. It starts with clarity. That's what Ken helps leadership
Ah.
teams define. They help them define their vision, where they're going, and exactly how they're going to get there.
So everybody's finally on the same page?
Exactly. Then he helps you put the right people in the right seats, not just good
Okay.
people, but the right roles for their strengths.
That alone can change a company.
Oh, it really can. And then he installs discipline, which is the tough one. Weekly scorecards, clear priorities, meetings that actually solve issues instead of
Okay.
just dragging on.
So, in other words, you stop reacting all day.
Yes, and you start executing with
Mm.
focus and accountability.
That is traction.
Absolutely. And if your company feels stuck or scattered, visit eosworldwide.com-ken/Ken-DeWitt and schedule a free introductory call.
Clarity, alignment, and execution. Y'all check it out with Ken DeWitt.
And he makes it fun, by the way.
He does make
which
it
is
fun.
really cool.
He's coming back to the studio sometime soon.
I think he's scheduled in March.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so the next question for Dr. Lee Terry. So we alluded to this before we went to the break. So your lab recently installed new technology. It's the first of its kind, Roll Tide, in Alabama to detect these forever chemicals. How does it work? And what does it allow you to do that wasn't possible before? And thank you for being a soldier in the fight.
Great. So we have it's called a CIC, combustion ion chromatographer. And what it does is it combusts the sample and it sends it to 1,000 degrees Celsius in the chamber, and it breaks all of these carbon to fluoride bonds. So then we can quantify all the fluorine that's in that water
Wait,
sample.
pause. I want to rewind. I want you to
Yes.
say all of that again. I'm trying to process.
Okay.
One more time. Ready and play.
A combustion ion chromatographer. And you put the water sample in and it combusts the water sample. The sample. And
I wanna see
it
that.
breaks all of this carbon to fluorine bonds.
That makes a lot of sense.
So then
That's how to
you
do
can
it. Okay.
quantify all the fluorine that's in that sample. And then
Interesting.
because PFAS has fluorine in it, it could capture other things, pharmaceuticals that have a carbon to fluorine bond as well. And so then we can give a bulk idea of the total organic fluorine in that sample. And then we can take another instrument in the lab and we can identify exactly which PFAS compound is there. So we have two instruments. We get a total idea of all the organic fluorine in one instrument, and then we take the sample, put it on another instrument, and determine which PFAS compound is there.
Once you've identified what we've got, then what's the next step?
We're looking at ways to destroy it. And then we run the sample again and see if we destroyed it or we created other PFAS compounds.
Okay. I followed you for the most part.
Okay.
Now, you got to remember, I went to Auburn. I don't want to know nothing.
Oh,
I don't know nothing.
Johnny.
But anyway, no. But I have been learning physics lately. I'm studying physics these days. But anyway, okay.
Lifelong learner.
So I understand the process a little bit because we've had enough folks explain it to us, and I understood what you said. But what is the application for us, the consumer, though? I mean, is this will lead to systems being created that are cleaner water, or is there any commercial purposes for it?
For our instruments in our lab.
No, once you find these solutions,
Oh, ask number 7. Read that one.
how do we as citizens benefit from that? Maybe that's a better way of putting it.
Yeah.
So conventional water treatment does not remove PFAS.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay,
From the water.
okay.
So we're looking at new technology to destroy that. Then if it works at the bench scale, then you go to the pilot scale and then the full scale, which then the water utilities could implement.
This is sort of similar to what you were asking. So how is your research tackling real world issues like giving communities better tools to assess their own well water or respond after flooding? I mean, is she still what you're saying?
Yes,
Yeah.
so that right now, conventional water treatment does not remove PFAS. So we
Okay.
are looking at new technologies that does just remove or destroy PFAS. And then if it works at the bench scale, we scale it up. And then to pilot, scale it up to full.
So really, y'all are looking from a systemic point of view first.
Yes,
And-
novel technology.
And then back to your earlier comments about that it's water-based and it's hard to separate it.
Mhm.
Now it all makes sense to me.
Okay, I'm sorry, back to the last thing that you said. So you said removing or did you say reducing?
So we want to do both. So membranes, that's a technology that can remove
Mhm.
PFAS from water solutions.
Remove.
But then you have it and it's concentrated. So now what do you do? with it?
Now what do you do? It's stuck on the membrane.
Yes. So it's in the. So now we're looking at technologies that can destroy and actually break those bonds, the carbon to
When
fluorine.
you say membrane, just think filter, basically.
That's right.
So is the kind of a filter like and it's just stuck on there. And what the heck? So you got to figure. Well,
Yes.
that's a question for you, Dr. Terry. Right?
Well, also that's what Dr. Stephen Wyman talked
Does.
about was
Yeah.
that whole idea of these membranes and how they're trying to develop
Mhm.
new ways of doing it. And so one of the things that I have been learning about the university is, number one, the research is world class. But secondly, there's a lot of cross-disciplinary work going on. So I assume
Yes.
you're working with other
I am.
groups and trying to kind of collaborate and make all of this work so that we, the citizens, will eventually benefit.
Yes. So I can take the membrane water that you have water that goes through the membrane and that's clean. The reject water is the water that has the concentrated PFAS. So I can take that and treat it to see if we can destroy the PFAS compounds. So very synergistic.
Okay, so this is kind of a grody question to me, but I'm going to ask it. When you think about contaminants like pharmaceuticals or personal care products in water sources, what's the biggest misconception the public has? In fact, I didn't even quite know that, so ew.
So the biggest misconception is that if they're present, there's an immediate danger to us. So our analytical instruments can detect very low concentrations, and we are taking these pills for different pharmaceuticals. You ingest them, and then the levels that show up in water treatment are so low, they often are not a danger. But if we have the analytical capability to detect it to see if it does get above a certain limit, then you do need to do some treatment to remove it. So the biggest misconception is just because it's there, it proposes a hazard to us.
So it may or may not propose a hazard.
Yes.
So are there multiple ways that gets into the water system, or one main way, or?
The main way is things that we flush down the toilet, things that go
Okay.
down the drain, hair products, cosmetics, all of that that's being flushed down the sink, the toilet, the shower drain is all going to go through to your wastewater treatment plant. A
So
lot
people
of it,
just willfully flush that stuff to get rid of it?
sometimes they do. Other times, like your shampoo, conditioner,
Oh,
go
yeah.
down the drain.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind
Oh.
of where I wanted to go too, because that's just everyday life.
That's right. Yeah.
And so there's not a whole lot we're going to do about that end of it.
That's right.
So we got to work on the other end.
on the treatment side.
And
Yes.
so let me bring it down local. And this may not be a fair question. Sometimes we hear and read stories about our water in Tuscaloosa, Black Warrior, Lake Tuscaloosa. And I understand folks that want to protect, and I'm all for that because we environmentally need to be responsible. But sometimes it makes it sound like, our water is not good. And I don't know if it's fair to ask your opinion, but what about the Tuscaloosa water treatment system? I hear it's one of the best around.
Yes,
And,
it is.
and y'all work with them.
Yes, so Lake Tuscaloosa is our local source water.
Right.
If you're on the city water, and it is very clean. We test it every
Yeah.
day.
Okay.
Yes, so we have a high quality water in Tuscaloosa.
I have a deep appreciation for hearing that. I've actually heard it before. Never get tired of it, honestly. But I would like to know from you. So, for listeners who want to protect their family's water at home, what are some simple actions or tips that you would recommend?
So don't flush any medications. The flushable wipes, they're not actually flushable. That'll clog your pipes. And then if there's a way that you can be conscious about what you're buying, because whenever we use personal care products, it's going to go down the drain to the wastewater treatment plant and then to the rivers.
So, you mentioned like you're shampooing your hair, right? And it's going to. Come on now, my head's going to explode. I never would have thought. So is there something we should be looking out for to avoid in these products, like say shampoo, conditioner, things that we use? I don't want to not use my indoor plumbing.
Yeah, I would think, just trying to be somewhat logical and practical, the work that you and your colleagues are doing could also lead, I would think, to influencing other industries. For example, let's take the pharmaceutical industry. influencing them in those daily
Yeah.
care products to make them more environmental friendly and help on the consumer end by buying things that are going to
What an
Yeah.
excellent
Maybe
point.
not-
What an excellent point.
maybe
Yes.
not totally, because to your point, it's so hard to replace, to reduce that PFAS.
Mhm.
But I would think here at the university, I'm just thinking out loud, the
Yes.
University of Alabama could influence a cleaner pharmaceutical industry.
Yes. So if PFAS are not in the product to begin with, we don't have to remove it.
Yeah. Now, is some of the research that you and your colleagues do, is some of that going on? Is that something that it would lead to some of those solutions?
In terms of talking to the pharmaceutical
Yeah,
companies.
influencing them because we seem to hear something new every day about something that's bad for us, and all of it kind of goes back to these kind of issues, I would think, because we're ingesting things that we don't know we're getting.
Right. If the market can test the chemicals to see if they're harmful to humans before it goes on the market, that's the best solution, to stop it at the source. We don't want to have to remove it. We want to stop it at the source. So if we can use chemicals that are not known to not cause harmful impacts to humans, that's the best solution.
I love that. So we're just about ready to go to break. Before we go to break, though, I would like to thank one of our wonderful sponsors. So, Johnny, let me ask you something. When it comes to life's biggest moments, for example, engagements, anniversaries, big celebrations, where do you go?
Oh, that's easy. You go see our friends at Hudson Pool Fine Jewelers in beautiful downtown Tuscaloosa.
Exactly. They've been helping families mark unforgettable moments for decades. Engagement rings, custom designs, watches, repairs, they do it all.
And do they ever? And they're not just selling jewelry, by the way. They educate you. They'll walk you through diamonds, gemstones, settings with no pressure, just expertise.
Whether it's a surprise proposal or a just because gift, make it meaningful.
Oh, make it unforgettable.
Make it Hudson Pool. Visit them at 1111 Greensboro Avenue or hudsonpool.com for the same great service and tell them you heard it on the Noon Show. Okay, guys, Forever Chemicals, stormwater, and sustainable treatment. This is fascinating stuff, so don't go anywhere. We'll step aside briefly and be right back with Dr. Lee Terry. You've been listening to the Noon Show on FM 100.1. Don't go away. We will be here right back. We've got an extra commercial. I think we need to start doing one during the first segment.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about Bryant Bank yet or we've got Bearfield College of Arts and Sciences.
They're a new
Wow.
sponsor.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. It's a big time sponsorship.
Yeah.
too.
We're,
Not in terms of dollars.
well,
But their
I
commitment, their
Yes.
first
I work
level
for-
is through August,
I
and they're
work-
committed for another year before we even got started.
worked for the chemistry department for 27 years, so it's like coming home. for me.
Yes. Oh, that's great.
It's
We're gonna get
exciting for me.
See, a lot of
Yes.
the research is inside that college.
Right.
We're connecting, a lot of our guests are coming.
That's great.
The dance and theater, we're gonna promote for them because they don't get to do that much.
Yes.
And it's just absolutely marvelous that we've been able.
So I've got,
That's great.
somehow I've got option 5 and option 6. Ooh, let's do option 6. We haven't done that one yet. This is College of Arts and Sciences. And then you can do Bryant Bank right after, and then we'll go to, can we do the rapid fire questions, or do you want to talk about something specific? Because I've got
already
them.
addressed one of those things, how do we get to market with solutions? That's what I.
Well, if you want to go back and forth asking her, I've got rapid fire, and I did send them to her.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to do rapid fire.
Okay, well,
So we'll do Bearfield,
Take them one at a time.
we'll
That's
do
great.
College of Arts and Sciences, you do Bryant Bank, and then we'll segue to rapid fire.
Right back after this one.
Yeah, you can do Bryant Bank. Hang on.
We have it.
Yeah, we do have it.
One time down.
Good news, tomorrow we won't have to do all of them.
We're overstocked with new 2025.
I
Second
don't-
hour, we won't have to do any of them.
Plus acres.
I've got to figure out how, oh wait.
We'll figure that out.
Credit, no problem. You got a job at a dime.
Yeah, those are different Bryant Bank. We'll do this.
Try to pay more.
We'll do option 6, and then we'll just share this one.
Plus get C-Roper
For Bryant Bank.
60 months.
This is more
I
student,
printed
this
so many
is more
things.
student oriented.
Do you want to go back to option 5? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all student.
So
So we're gonna
Get
do
rid
this
of
one
6.
and then Bryant Bank
Whether it's on our phones
back to back.
or kids in the back.
Yes, and we have to
Okay.
share Bryant Bank, don't forget.
Okay.
But how we handle these distractions.
Sounds like a plan.
Right?
It's a good, it's a nice adjustment to have to make.
Yeah.
We've got more sponsors, we're gonna hurry up, get it going.
Yeah, that's great.
But we didn't do anything during the first segment, so we might wanna.
We'll have to adjust that.
Thanks for listening.
No, we get
the
to
new
this.
show.
I'll give you my idea for tomorrow, so we can
University
squeeze
of
them in.
Alabama earrings, that's in full.
I love
You
them.
can call us live at 205-723-0731.
Oh, thank you, by the way.
Or message us now on the Catfish Tuscaloosa app. Here's Lisa.
Welcome back to the noon show.
Yeah,
right
welcome
here
back.
on FM 100.1 and streaming everywhere on the Catfish 100.1 app and on the noonshow.com. Just find that cute little listen button and you can take us everywhere. But Lisa, when people think about big careers like doctors, attorneys, researchers, entrepreneurs, they don't always think about where that journey really begins.
Well, Johnny, it begins with a foundation. And at the University of Alabama, that foundation is the Bearfield College of Arts and Sciences.
Oh, absolutely. That's where students learn how to think, not just memorize, think.
Exactly, whether it's chemistry, political science, psychology, mathematics, history, or the performing arts. Students are building critical thinking skills that follow them into every profession.
Yeah, and let's be honest, in today's world, adaptability and critical thinking matters.
And that's what Arts and Sciences delivers. Communication skills, analytical reasoning, research experience, leadership development.
So if you want a launch pad that opens doors everywhere,
Start here. artsandsciences.ua.edu.
the
The Bearfield College of Arts and Sciences,
where futures begin.
begin.
That's right.
That's
And,
right.
You know, Lisa, also, you know what I love about Bryant Bank?
What do you love about Bryant Bank?
Well, they figured out how to combine modern banking with real relationships. I mean, you get mobile banking, online access, mobile deposit, all the convenience you expect, and they call you by your name.
They do.
Yeah, they really do. And when you walk into a Bryant Bank branch, just like I did the other day, you're not an account number. They take time to understand you, your goals, whether it's personal checking, savings, planning for something, or meeting that financial goal.
No doubt.
It's refreshing.
It is refreshing.
Don't you
I
think
love
so?
it.
Yeah, it should.
They treat you like family.
They really do. And that's what Bryant Bank is all about. From the very beginning, 21 years ago, they built banking in Alabama based on real relationships.
They did.
So visit BryantBank.com or stop by a local branch and experience the difference for yourself.
Yeah, and tell them that Johnny and Lisa sent you.
That's right. Go see our friends at Bryant Bank today.
Okay, so Dr. Lee Terry has agreed, I believe, you did agree to the rapid fires, right?
Yes.
And sent them to you. So Johnny, if you like, we can take turns. So question number 1, what keeps you at night professionally?
how to communicate the science that we're doing effectively to the public.
Oh, what gives you the most hope about the future of water research?
The students in the classes, how eager they are, and the ability, their desire to make the world a better place.
Perfect answer. Biggest myth about drinking water.
If it looks clear, that it's safe to drink.
Oh, I like that idea. If you could eliminate some contaminant from the planet tomorrow, what would it
PFAS.
be? No kidding.
Heck yeah. So most surprising thing you've learned in your research career?
That communicating science is not as straightforward as it seems.
Ooh.
Well, I tell you what, we are having a blast around here, getting to know all you guys. And excuse me for going off script here, but I tell you, every person that's come in that's doing research and all the wonderful people that have invited us to the labs. Number one, you're wonderful people. You're really good people. I mean, you know, some folks think you're sitting out on that hill somewhere and can't be accessed. Y'all are marvelous individuals.
We're happy to show you the lab anytime.
And two, you're hungry to tell your stories, and we are absolutely blessed to be able to help you do that. So anyway, next question. Lab or field work? What do you secretly love the most?
The field, being outside in nature.
Ooh. That makes sense. One everyday habit people should change to protect water quality.
Don't flush your medications.
Ooh, thank you for that. Coffee or tea in the lab?
Coffee. Well, not in the lab, but coffee.
Correct, because that would be a safety violation.
Yes.
If you weren't an environmental engineer, what would you be?
High school cross country and track coach.
Oh, I love it.
No surprise. I mean, you're
Quite a difference, but
for a
yeah.
track star here for 4 years, of course. But okay, finish this sentence. Clean water is.
The foundation to healthy communities.
Oh, I love.
Amen.
I'm gonna write that one
to
down.
That. So tell us before we completely run out of time. Tell us what you think our listeners should know about your research and how it impacts them, or any other key takeaways you might have.
If you have a private well, you are responsible to ensure that it's safe. So test that at least once a year.
It's nobody else's responsibility. Nobody else has authority over that or responsibility.
That's correct.
Yep. Yeah, since you brought that up, how clean is well water?
Depends on the well and the aquifer that it pulls from.
Okay, and so that's what needs to be tested
Yes.
before you even dig that well and begin to use it.
Correct.
Okay. Are most wells in pretty good shape in our county, you think?
In our county, the aquifer, yes, I would say depending on if it's a deep well. So shallow wells are a different discussion,
Okay.
but at deep wells into the aquifer, then yes.
Explain to our audience what an aquifer is.
An
Oh, great
An
question.
aquifer is it. Most people have the misconception that it's a river underground or a stream underground. It's not. It is soil and rocks are mixed in, and the water fills in those pockets.
Interesting.
And then if you think of there's another shout out, Dr. Pravarkar Clement. He explains it this way: a McDonald's cup filled of ice, and you put Coke in it. That's like
That's not
an
aquifer.
aquifer. The ice is the soil and the
Oh.
water.
I have another just generalized question for you, if that's okay. So your team looks at organic matter characterization. What is
Yes.
characterization amounts to identifying what's in the water, right? And disinfection byproducts. Why is understanding the chemistry of water so important before you even treat it? Why can't you just explode it all like you explained before, right?
Right.
I mean, you're soldiers.
Yes. So we add chemicals to the water to treat it, but that organic matter is ubiquitous, meaning it's found in any water source. And depending on that characteristics of the organic matter, it'll react differently with the chemical to form the
That makes
disinfectant
sense.
byproduct. So we want to know the organic matter that's there so we can figure out what it's going to do after treatment.
Okay, we're using chemicals to get rid of chemicals.
Chemicals to get rid of, yes, organic matter and contaminants. That's right.
Now you got me confused.
So yes.
No, but the chemicals that you're using to treat are made such that they don't add anything negative. correct?
That's right. Yes.
Okay, so they're just trying to treat the negative chemicals.
Yes, the organic matter naturally repels each other because they're negatively charged. So
Okay.
it stabilizes it, allows it to stick together, and then we use gravity to settle it out.
So that's physics.
Yes, it is.
Hey.
Oh, look at you, Johnny
I've been
Rocket.
watching those physics documentary on purpose. I know.
Look at you.
Yeah, I've been studying quantitative physics the last
Oh.
week or so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Need to have you guest lecture in class.
No, I don't think I will do that. But it's fascinating stuff. I even know what space-time is now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not something out there. Space and time, you want to talk about the axis and how
Please.
that works, the 4-dimensional? No, I won't go there.
And yeah, shout out to Dr. Bandy. He was explaining us more in depth than we were during the break about the 4 dimensions, the x-axis, the y-axis, and it was
He's
a great
creating a
description.
physics monster.
I love it. I think it's great. I will do nothing to attempt to write it in. I can assure you of that. So this was a little surprising for me when I was looking into some of the notes for you, especially in this day and age. You're passionate about STEM outreach, especially for young people in rural areas. What's one surprising reaction you've seen from students who didn't think engineering was for them? Why would anybody even think that?
So a lot of times folks want to give back to their community, especially if they're in rural areas, they have family reasons to stay there, and they think nurses or doctors are maybe the only way to do that. But water treatment, wastewater treatment, recycling, all these types of operator jobs are fundamental to communities. And high school students can work at those jobs, get back at their community, and stay in their hometown. So there's this workforce development piece that we have that educates rural students that they can give back to their community and have a great job that is fundamental to the life of the community.
Amazing.
Yeah, and one of the beauties of our community, and you may not know this, everyone that's involved at leadership levels in terms of economic development, guess what the number one priority is? Talent retention. I mean, we need to keep the talent in Alabama, and you're emphasizing, and I appreciate you doing the rural work, because I've spent a lot of years doing rural development, and goodness knows we got work to do and opportunities in front of us. So thank you for that.
Okay, so we've just about run out of time for today. You guys are really fast, don't you think, Lee?
It does.
But I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on the show today. It has been an absolute pleasure meeting you and getting to know you. And we'll talk off the air. I've got a few things to ask you after,
you.
so that's
Thank
okay.
you for having me.
Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, but I would like you to know the show tomorrow is going to be on location at Northport City Hall. We're having a live public forum and broadcast for the noon show. It's a 2-hour special from 12 until noon, featuring Tuscaloosa Mayor Walt Maddox, Tuscaloosa County Commission Chairman Rob Robertson, and Northport Mayor Dale Phillips. You're not going to want to miss this. Don't forget, you can stream it from anywhere in the world on thenoonshow.com. I would like to remind everyone, before we go, don't forget to spay or neuter your furry friends and keep those tails wagging with up-to-date vaccinations. This is Lisa Jones signing off for the Noon Show. But before we go, I'd like to wish everyone a splendiferous rest of their day. See you on the radio tomorrow. Woo! Great show, y'all. Yes.
That was
That was
fun.
fun. That was a good show.
Okay.
We had great shows. This was really fun.
We need a picture of you.
Okay, great.
Really
Usually